Hey, evening everyone. It is August 12th, which makes day 59 here in Malaysia. I slept in quite a bit. It slept until about a little after 1 o'clock because I've been running ragged. I really have. I had 2 nights of only like 3 or 4 hours sleep, which I guess, that happens. We all do that. I remember my grandma only got like 4 hours sleep every night. She stayed up all night reading and then get to bed at 3 o'clock in the morning, wake up at 5 to make coffee for my grandpa. So, yeah, it's crazy. Well, I mean, 4, 5, 6, something around there. Right before the sun came up, that was when my grandparents were always up, kind of crazy. But me, I'm a sleeper. I'm one of those people that I like my sleep. So I like being awake when I'm awake, but I like to be asleep when I'm asleep. So it's one of those non-ending. If I let myself go and I don't force myself to wake up, then I'll sleep through the whole day. And if I don't force myself to go to bed, I'll stay up all night. And it's just one of those. But so yesterday did a visa run, which extended my visa for another 90, or my stay here in Malaysia for another 90 days, I think, because everything was electronical, no stamp. There's no guarantee. There's nothing I can look at that says, okay, no, I got another 90 days. It was just like going into Singapore. I didn't even talk to a immigration officer at all. It was like scan to get out of Malaysia and then scan to get into Singapore. And since everything was already did electronically for the arrival and everything, it just was like beep, come on in. And leaving was almost the same way. The guy I was with yesterday, George, he talked to an immigration officer a little bit, but by the time it was time to actually go through, the immigration officer just kind of took both of us and said, here, scan and go, right? And so we scanned to get in, but we didn't get any type of physical stamp. Hey brother, how you doing? Not having that guarantee of a stamp where you can actually look at it in writing is kind of strange. So on yesterday's video, which I haven't put up yet, I finished the editing. I just didn't make the thumbnail yet and all that fun stuff. Thumbnails are a pain in the butt. Not having that guarantee is kind of strange. So I'll find out when I try and leave if I overstay my stay or not. But yeah, I'm assuming that since I'm coming back into the country, it's another 90-day stay, just automatically. And on the electronic entry, notification, I was going to stay an extra 90 days. I said leaving time was going to be November 7th. So if all that's in there, then I should be good to roll. But today is not much planning since getting here. It's kind of been like non-stop running. I got to the place I was at, only a few nice hours sleep, but I had to get up because I wanted, excuse me, I wanted to make sure that I did the car-free Sunday. Since it's not every week, it's only like once a month, I do believe. The second Sunday here in JB. And then from there I had to move to the hostels, and then the whole thing with Singapore came up, so I didn't really sleep that night. And so it was like, last night was the first night to actually snooze a bit. So very nice hostel, guys. It really is. I know I kind of panned through it a little here, and out of respect, he asked me not to actually film the inside, but the outside is, it's got books, nice sitting area, a kitchenette, refrigerator. There's private rooms if you want. They're really good prices. I mean, I'm almost tempted to go do that. Oh, here we go. We got 2 little turtles, cute little turtles down here, right? And this is why I really like this. He's got some beautiful fish right here. I mean, nice big ones too. And this guy's an animal lover. And then he's got, look at this, check this out. He's got sugar gliders. And since they're nocturnal, they're in here sleeping in their little beds. But they were out the other day. They were really cute. This is his cat that he has. Got a nice cat. The cat's out running around somewhere. And yeah, there's a beautiful cemetery right there, which I went through the other day, and some good eating spots down the way. So this spot's nice, and if you want to not do the tourist tags, here, I'll show you real quick. See, tourism tax. If you just go ahead and just book it, not through online, because online they'll well charge you. He's got the prices of the rooms. Like, let's see, a double room is $49. Single room is what I had, I think, is $39. That's good prices, man. You know, and he allows to get around the 10 ringgit tax, which is awesome. You know. Anyway, if you guys, I thought it was a great recommendation for, yeah, I'm really enjoying this spot, so I might actually extend for a little bit longer, and just do a few things. The only major thing I have to do right now, besides hobo up my bicycle a little, I need to get that brand new smell off it, and I had to try and work this stuff out with my bank, because my GPU went out on my other phone. So that's basically a brick. There's absolutely no way to actually use it for anything. So yeah, the graphic card's out. So there's no way I can access my bank account. So I have to figure out if I can get hold of security or tech over there or something like that. I'm not sure. IT is gonna have to help me on this one. And see if I can somehow get the app to work on this by bypassing the two-step phone verification, because they're not an international bank. They need a US number, although they know I'm traveling, because I've been, for the last 2 years, I've been putting in my travel notifications every country I go to. So, all right, guys, that's it. So today I'm just kind of telling you guys I'm gonna be doing a boring day today. If I don't do any videotaping, this will be on tomorrow's video, but every time I say that, I end up videotaping a lot of stuff and ending up putting out a video that's an hour long, you know. It's like, and I'm trying to stick to half-an-hour formats, just because it's a lot less time in editing, and it's just a lot less time in general. And so, and it's a little easier on the brain, only having to watch a half an hour. An hour can be a little long of a person on a bicycle, you know, riding through town, because essentially that's all it is. Everything I'm finding is along the way is just something that pops up, and yeah, and I'm like, hey, this looks cool, and then videotape that. Man, it's, for the most part, it's been working out, you know. For the most part, it's like, I wouldn't say I'm always expecting to have a, you know, a really boring, crappy type of day, but like I've always said, is like life writes the script, and life's a pretty good author, you know. Anyway, that's it, guys. Everything's caught up. What I'm doing, what day it is, and yeah, and a little bit of a ramble. All right. There we go, American Hobo 2. Flat black, no labels, and I haven't put the patches on yet because the mosquitoes are getting to me. So I did bring them, I'll just have to put them on later. Because it's not the bike, it's the person that went to that many countries. And no, I didn't do it flat black for stealth reasons. I don't believe black is a stealth reason. Black stands out because there's nothing in nature that's really black. You know, that's why they make targets black, is because they stand out. Their contrast stands out from everything around it. The earthing colors are like your browns, your greens. You know, these are the earthing colors that are camouflaged. But you know, people are like, well, black at night. Well, everything's stealth at night, but as soon as someone turns on a flashlight, you're going to stand out because you're that one black blob amongst everything else. So it's not one of those colors that stand out like a fluorescent and stuff, so it does have its blending ability, but by far it's not a stealth color. If you want your stealth colors, you should probably go for your browns, your greens, just look around you. Whatever you see in nature, these are the stealth colors. And there's not a whole lot of black unless it's man-made. And yep. Anyways, guys, that's my little rant and ramble. You know, they make targets black for a reason, right? So, yeah, black is one of those colors that just stands out. So next is the patches, and then this is the American Hobo 2 bicycle. guest house. Going for a short night run here, guys. That's all. Might leave this in, might not. Depends if I see anything interesting or not. And let this car go by me so I don't have him to worry about. I guess I should really put on my light's not on. It's not the smartest thing in the world. So I'm not sure if I mentioned it, I did get my brake switched around from my left side to my right side, the back brake. That's what I originally went in for, and that's done. All right, we're going this way. What a nice night. And here's the restaurant I was coming to. That's it, guys. Just want to do a short run down to the restaurant to get something to eat. So I've been here before, obviously. They have actually a really good buffet. I think I got nasi lemak last time. Very good prices. How you doing, brother? And this time I got mutton, rice, some vegetables, and they're literally just right down the street from me. So they're very conveniently located right down the street from me. So wrong button. Here. There you go. I know I'm messing with the camera while I'm talking. Very professional, right? I'll probably just throw this together and throw out a very short video. My videos to begin with, like back in Vietnam when I first started recording with just my phone camera and stuff like that, they were only 10 minutes. I was actually trying to keep them to around 10 minutes. And then they just kind of slowly started creeping up to the 1 hour limit, and since no one seemed to really care, I just kept doing them that way. Very good food here. So I don't mind putting out a shorter one, and I think I'm going to just go ahead and do that. I don't have much to put on it. It's just going to be a daily briefing of what I did today. I extended my night one more night over at the other place, but I really do want to get on the bicycle and start heading on the east side northbound. That way I do the full circle around Malaysia, and I have plenty of time. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and just put the closing words. I got my meal, go back to my hostel and just enjoy myself. So I'm gonna say good night, y'all, and we'll continue tomorrow. Maybe I'll figure something out to do. All right.